Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness. Happiness is not a station you arrive at, but a manner of traveling. Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Happiness is not a goal, it is a byproduct. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Since you get more joy out of giving joy to others, you should put a good deal of thought into the happiness that you are able to give. Happiness is a worn puppy. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance, the wise grows it under his feet. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future, it is something you design for the present. The happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything, they just make the best of everything. Very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. Happiness is a perfume you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Happiness is the art of never holding in your mind the memory of any unpleasant thing that has passed. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy, it's all that matters. Happiness is a well-balanced combination of love, labor, and luck. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Happiness is not something you acquire, but rather it is something you create through your thoughts and actions. The reason people find it so hard to be happy is that they always see the past better than it was, the present worse than it is, and the future less resolved than it will be. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Happiness is a function of accepting what is. Now and then it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. Happiness is like a butterfly which, when pursued, is always beyond our grasp, but if you will sit down quietly, may alight upon you. The greater part of our happiness or misery depends upon our dispositions and not upon our circumstances. Happiness is not a feeling, it is a choice. It is a decision we make to live life to the fullest, without regrets. Happiness is not having what you want. It is appreciating what you have. Tension is who you think you should be, relaxation is who you are. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey. It is not something you acquire, but something you create. The key to happiness is not to look for it without, but to cultivate it within. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy. There is going to be stress in life, but it's your choice whether you let it affect you or not. The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Happiness is like a jam you can't spread onto others without getting a bit on yourself. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Happiness is when you feel good about yourself without feeling the need for anyone else's approval. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey that never ends. The best way to find happiness is not to search for it, but to create it. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Happiness is not about getting what you want all the time. It's about loving what you have and being grateful for it. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will elude you, but if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder. Happiness depends upon ourselves. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power or our will. Happiness is not in the mere possession of money, it lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort. Happiness is not something you experience, it is something you remember. Everyone wants to live on top of the mountain, but all the happiness and growth occurs while you are climbing it. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Everyone wants to live on top of the mountain, but all the happiness and growth occurs while you are climbing it. Happiness is not a matter of intensity but of balance, order, rhythm and harmony. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy. There is going to be stress in life, but it's your choice whether you let it affect you or not. The greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness. Happiness is the absence of the striving for happiness. Happiness is not a possession to be prized, it is a quality of thought, a state of mind. Happiness is a well-balanced combination of love, labor, and luck. There is a kind of happiness and wonder that makes you serious. It is too good to waste on jokes. Happiness is not in the mere possession of money, it lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort. If you want to be happy, be. The root of joy is gratefulness. Happiness is the experience of loving life. Being happy is being in love with that momentary experience. And love is looking at someone or even something and seeing the absolute best in him, her, or it.